I'm the normal one, just so that everyone is aware.
Right. We come from the same bloodline, but sure.
Yeah, but you were raised by a sociopath. Love you, Ma.
Hey, I have great news.
You have great news? Tell me. I love
Yes.
great news.
I've commissioned out my Halloween costume.
Oh my God, we're still on this Britney Spears Halloween costume?
Yes.
Okay, why are you commissioning out this?
Because I accidentally glued organza fabric to our dining room table, and I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, I got
How
it
do you
all.
accidentally glue something to it? Like, have you never hot glued? Do you not craft? What?
This fabric glue is tacky, man. And I had
So
a
is
mental...
this costume.
Yeah, I had a mentee bee, and I looked at Connor. I was like, I don't think I could do this. And I found a lady to do it, and found her on TikTok. Her name's Isabella, and she's going to do it for me.
I hope you got a backup plan.
Yeah, it'll be denim Britney, because I can get that out of my closet.
I love that you're sticking to your Britney guns.
I'll be sticking to Brit. Mine is open because I got sick of waiting for you.
Well, some of us are busy trying to make money with a job.
Yeah.
Well, hello nonetheless. How's your
Hello,
week?
nonetheless. Great. How was Tyler's birthday last night? Okay, that
Oh
table
my
looked
gosh.
gorge.
Gorgeous. We had it at the roof of Soho House. So my best friend Tyler, who sometimes listens, hi Ty, his birthday was yesterday.
Happy
And
B-Day.
had a very casual, I don't know, there were like 30 people at this giant long King's table. And it was really interesting because it's people that I knew probably 90% of the people there. And there's all these friends from every walk of life, work, personal, for over
There's a lot of
spanning over
people.
years. Yeah, it was a lot of people. People that have come into his life, recently in the last year or two. There were people that were there that he knew before he knew me. And I've been friends with Tyler for almost 12 years. So, I knew everyone. And it was just really cool to see so much love that you cultivate over the years be in one room. And so many of us know each other to celebrate, the life of one person that we all come together to acknowledge and love. And it really took me back to my 40th birthday when I had 100 of my closest friends at this house party that I did, right?
100 of your very, very, very best friends.
My very, very close friends. And a lot of people
Right.
knew a lot of them from all walks of life over many years. And so it just reminded me of that. And so it was a really, really cool dinner. I laughed so much that I literally came home and my abs were sore. It was just so much fun.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was literally just a dinner, but it ended up being for like 4 hours. It was just, we all had a really, really good time.
I like a long dinner. I do.
I do too.
It's my ideal way to spend a night.
Yeah. And I look
I
so
didn't see
cute.
an outfit.
I know. I was just texting Joey. I was like, wait a second. We both looked fucking phenomenal last night and didn't take a single photo. I have these beautiful new dress shorts that are like oversized khaki type of thing, but they're shorts that I got from Todd Snyder, and this really blousy, light brown linen top, super blousy. Everybody was like, you look so resort, safari chic. I was really feeling my outfit last night.
You've got to start taking pictures. You can't be an influencer
I don't think about it.
if you don't take pictures of your outfits. Hello.
I need people to take pictures for me. I need a team of people. To
That's
do this
Joey.
for me. I can't remember.
It needs to be Joey.
Somebody needed to take pictures of him. He looked incredible last night. He got these new glasses for his birthday. He just looked so hot. He was he looked incredible last night.
What outfit? Describe the fit.
He had a blue blousy top with these nice black trousers with really nice black boots.
I
He
know.
looked
Well,
very
everything
chic.
fits him like a fucking glove. Everything fits him perfectly.
It's because he's got body.
It's because he's so fit. Yeah, it's because he's so fit.
And he has this cute little frame, and he has a beautiful tan skin.
Well, you need to start documenting a cute fit. It just takes a quick, even in the mirror. Hello.
I
skirt,
completely
snap, snap.
forgot. I don't think about it. I'm not used to taking photos of myself.
Fair. I get that. I always wonder when my Amazon people, because I have a very big window, when they see all the lights, I always wonder if they're like, what the fuck is she doing in there?
How was your weekend? Did you do anything over the weekend?
What did we do? Actually, we didn't do much of anything. We finally didn't have plans, which is great. Connor got so much of the backyard done, which is taking a lot of anxiety off of my chest.
Is the deck gone? You guys got rid of the deck?
Heart. Yeah, deck has been gone since February. Okay. So our backyard, we look like the people that I complain about in my neighborhood. We look like the people I'm like, oh my God, they don't take care of their yard. How embarrassing. That's what we've looked like since February, really. But it's because we ran into a million freaking issues underneath this deck. We had to redo the electrical. We had to replace the water pump, the sewage, and it's expensive and it takes a long time. And we're not just rolling in a fuck ton of money, is that we can just do all this at once. So I had to practice patience, and finally all that stuff's done. And now we're working on the aesthetic part of it. And I just feel like a weight is being lifted off my shoulders because my husband's doing manual labor.
Good. I'm glad. So you actually have a clean yard.
Ish.
You don't look like you live in a trailer park.
Well, there is still exposed pipes, but we are getting somewhere. And that is what matters the most.
Not the exposed pipes, girl.
Yeah. No, we have like big, like exposed irrigation pipes. Like things have been looking gnarly back there, like sad. You know who loves it though is my dog. Hutch is like, guys, don't change a thing. Love. This is how it should be forever. Big fan.
Hutch would be like that. Not you being the nasty trailer park kid in the cul-de-sac.
We are. It's
going to the white trash neighbors.
I know, it's so sad, especially too. So when you live on a lake, like your backyard's more important than your front yard. Like no one gives a fuck about your front yard. No, right. we look like the trailer park.
I need you to send me a photo because now I'm very curious and concerned.
Well, now I'm like a little embarrassed, but it's okay. It's all getting done. And bless my husband's heart. He's been coming home. We've got a big old pile of dirt in the front yard that the truck dumped off to go like level the backyard. He's just wheelbarrowing it back and forth.
You need to hook a sled up to that dog.
I'm like, do you need anything? Do you need help?
Well, it sounds like you had a very uneventful weekend.
Yeah, we didn't do anything other than me having a mental breakdown about my costume. Oh, wait, actually, no, a huge event happened this weekend. How could I possibly forget? Maddie had her baby Charlotte Lee has entered the chat. And
a whole ass human.
CJ, I don't even know. Okay, this is I told Maddie's mom when I saw them yesterday, I have never wanted to be around a baby more. Like, I just want to hold that child at all times. Like, she is so perfect.
Oh, Lord, here come the baby fever.
I fear I have been nibbled by the baby bug. I'm not there yet. Like, but oh my gosh.
If you get pregnant by Christmas, I'm going to be pissed.
No, there's no way. We have way too much going on that I unfortunately cannot divulge right now for the audiences. But can you imagine that right now? Like, no, I can't do that with all of this coming up. So, but I have to say, and I want to say this for all women out there, ladies, it fucking matters who you decide to have a baby with. It matters so much. Watching Tucker, because Maddie, I won't share details. She had a really difficult labor. And I went to see them in the hospital on either Saturday or Sunday. And she's still, having a bit of a tough time. Watching him care for her, like, and of course, Charlotte too, of course, watching him care for the baby, but like watching him make sure his wife is like good and like literally like, what are you laughing at? I'm talking about something serious.
Sorry. I know. Joey just put in a comment in TikTok and said, "You finna be on baddies," and it's a huge inside joke, and I'm fucking dying. Joey, can you hear me say this right now? Because I'm fucking dying.
We're talking about serious things like baby daddies. But just watching him take care of her and just like literally, I kid you not, like wipe her blood off of her. It's just like, and just doing it. He's just like, God, you look so beautiful. I'm so proud of you the whole time. That's what I want for all of my friends. Kind of man is what I would want for all of my friends and all of my little nieces and nephews running around. It was just really sweet.
Wow, wiping blood. That is love.
That is love.
I mean, I wiped vomit off of Joey's face. But
it's pretty much the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah. These things matter.
Yeah. A lot. They do be mattering.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that was a big
bodily fluids off people. Matters. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Mazel, Mads. What did we do this weekend?
Yeah, what did you do?
Well, of course, we saw a movie.
Sorry, I didn't ask. I'm such an asshole. You saw another movie.
Of course, we saw another movie. So I would like for it to be known that I do not initiate the movies of the watching. That is Joey's arena. Yeah, he wanted to see the new Conjuring movie. So I don't know, it was like Friday afternoon. He goes, "You want to go see a movie?" I'm like, I mean, why not? It's our thing. And so we saw the new Conjuring. I love a scary movie. I don't get scared by movies. I just don't, you get startled during jump scare moments, but like it didn't scare me. But when I tell you the best part of going to a scary movie is going with Joey. The screams this man screamt is
not
incredible.
screamt.
The way he screams, it comes from his whole body. There's this one moment where there's like, it was about to be a jump scare, but it hadn't yet. And I'm not even going to do it because I'll blow everyone's ears out, but he like, ah, but like a little bit more high pitched. I mean, it's like bellowing out in the theater, and everyone around us is just like trying not to bust out laughing. It is so funny when he screams at these scary movies, and he loves it. He loves being scared. And
I was just going to say, that was my question. Do you find it enjoyable to sit? I can feel my blood pressure rising. Do you find it enjoyable to sit and wait to be startled?
Yes.
My anxiety could never. My anxiety.
It's so great.
Could never. Have a heart. I don't mind seeing the things like the gory stuff. I don't mind seeing it. I have to close my ears. I can't hear it. So it's so funny. My dad and Connor make fun of me for this. If they ever like see something scary, Tom will look at me and go, because I close my ears and not my eyes. I just don't. And you know me, I don't enjoy being scared. And here's the problem is if I went home after watching that all night, I would wake up and I'd be like,
yeah, you and your mother are the same way. She would think the killer is in the house. We have to move. I'm like, no, I went to sleep just fine that night. There is no poltergeist because this is like based on real people, right? The Conjuring.
See, that's
and this
the thing.
was like the origin of their story.
Nope. Nope. I can't even do it. The fact that so I love like Halloween because I like cutesy pumpkin fall, cute. No, do you know what I'm like really not looking forward to this season? And maybe I'm just that like stuck up bitch in the neighborhood. Is everyone's scary ass decorations are starting to go up? Like people are hanging like skulls by nooses and shit. It's so yikes. And I'm sorry, Halloween, really any holiday, really lets me know who I'm probably not going to get along with in the neighborhood. Y'all put some tacky ass shit in your yard.
I agree with that. How do you feel about the inflatable decor?
Bro.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Y'all can hate me.
Do you know what house I grew up in?
I cannot stand an inflatable yard decor item. I don't care what holiday it is. It looks so tacky in my opinion. So
tacky. I completely agree. I actually said this on my Instagram story once, and my mom friends were like, wait till you become a mom. One thing about me and one thing about my mother. If I looked at my mama, and you know this to be true, if I looked at Dawn Dave and said, hey, I want you to put a blow up in the yard, she would have looked at me and she would have said, fuck you over my dead body. I ain't putting that in my yard.
Nima would have done the same thing. She like I remember being younger and wanted to get like cute Christmassy stuff that like little I don't know, things that we would find in the store and we would go. She goes, I'm not putting that in my house.
Yes.
Same.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm not putting some inflatable nylon cheap ass blow up doll in my yard.
No. And I'm sorry. I feel like it's kind of like lazy decorating. A little bit.
Yes, put some time into it, girl.
Put that shit in the yard. Yeah. But it's like my least favorite season for that part. Also, are you a colored lights girly or are you a white lights girly?
Colored lights are not. No. I'm sorry. No. Totally white lights are much more tasteful. They blend in with everything. Colored light. I'm sorry. I can't get on board with colored lights. I'm sorry.
I've never seen colored lights look good. Our Nima would sometimes have that tree on the colored lights, and I would want to switch it over.
And I was like, this looks terrible. And she's like, it's something different. And I was like, you know what's something different? A hairdo. Colored lights are not something different. This does not look good. Turn this off.
I occasionally don't mind like the mix of like a red and a white, but when you get that like bright ass, you know what I'm talking about, that very specific hue of colored lights. It's like the LED
type of annoying. I'm like, no, you look like a really bad headlight. I'm not doing that. And I agree with the white and the red, but it has to be very tasteful. There's this, in my old neighborhood, there's this gorgeous, very like traditional house they've made very modern. Like they painted it in army green with black trim. And they had like white, like the larger like vintage bulbs, white lights, but they were strategically placed so they were all in the same position in a single row tracing the outline of their house. And every fourth one was a red light bulb. And it
cute.
Looked
I could do
so chic. It was gorgeous. And the way that they did it, it just like, it's this subtle tints of red and very complete pattern repetitious form that it just made it look very chic. And I was like, now that's how you do a red light.
Yeah.
It was beautifully, very tasteful. Like it looked like something that would be put into a magazine. It was stunning.
Yeah, that I can do. I like a bulbous light too. I don't like a dangly light. I like a bulbous light.
No, if you're going to put lights up, you need to wrap it around a garland or something. It needs to look intentional. I'm not somebody that's just going to like drape lights that is just a string of lights. That's just not for me. I need it to be like, I'm also OCD to a point that it's almost a disorder, so more of an OCP. And I twitch when something's not like, if I'm going to do just a string of lights, I need every light bulb facing the exact same direction and evenly spaced apart. I'm just that person. And okay, since we're talking about this, also on Christmas trees, if you people do not add 100 lights for every foot of tree you have, then you are a savage. Your tree should sparkle like the top of the Empire State Building. I don't want to see some gap of tree with no lights on it. Another trick I want to tell everybody is that you need to wrap the very inside of your tree all the way up before you put lights around the tree. It adds dimension to your tree. It makes it really beautiful. And then what I need you to do is I need you to put ornaments inside of your tree. Doesn't have to be anything specific, but decorate your tree how you want, but put ornaments inside of it. It makes the tree look so full and so robust. Like this dangling every 17th branch of a tiny little ornament and just like a sad Christmas tree on Charlie Brown's best day ever. It's just not for me. Anyway, off soapbox.
I totally agree with you. And I'm excited for all of you peeps to see CJ's apartment at Christmas time. It's really beautiful. Like
and
Christmas
as soon
taste,
as Halloween is over,
ideal.
You best believe I am that bitch.
November 1.
The first weekend after Halloween, Christmas decorations go up in my house, and I'm gonna tell you why. People always give me shit about it, and that's fine. You can be that person.
Same.
But the thing is it takes me days to put up my Christmas decor because I have very nice things that I've collected over the years, and it's very intentional. It takes me a while because I need every ornament, every decor piece to be positioned just correctly. It's got to be. But like my stuff's from Crate and Barrel, CB2. Like I'll put pictures and show people when we
it's
get
intentional,
to
and they all make all your stuff make sense. I completely agree. It takes way too fucking long for it to stay up for 30 days. No way. November 1.
And I love Christmas. Like I need to look at it. Like every single morning I go out into my living room and see my tree, and it brings me so much joy.
Oh, 100%. Like it's the best way to spend a morning.
So yeah, my weekend was good.
Good.
And then I got to see one of my favorite humans on the planet. We got to take care of Amelia for a few hours. Oh, God, I love that child. Love her so much. We took her to dinner. I sent you the video of her saying hello to you.
Yes. So cute.
So cute. We were at one of our favorite places, met her at a bar, Italian restaurant. And
you met her at a bar, Amelia?
No, that's the name of the restaurant. And she's just so cute. She's so well behaved. She was trying everything. Brussels sprouts. Kid loves Brussels sprouts. It's like her new favorite thing on the planet. I was like, great, let's eat more of these. She was eating everything. That kid loves to eat. I love it. She was like, let's try spinach. Great, let's try spinach. Yeah, she's just not afraid to try things. And I love it.
I love it. Well, that also goes to show she has good parents that like expose her to everything too. You know, that's important.
Oh, yeah. Her parents are amazing. Her mom listened to this. Hi, Jordy. One of my new favorite things, though, is so she was over at our house. We were getting her in her PJs. And we're like, all right, we gotta brush your teeth. And we go to she goes, brush the chocolate out. And she's brushed the ice cream out. So that's like what they taught her is you got to brush the chocolate out. And she just starts saying it over and over again. And we're like reinforcing that. And I was like, wait, I might melt. This is the cutest thing. She's like,
I got to tell Connor that. He would be so proud.
Like that's her thing is that we got to brush the chocolate out. We got to brush it out.
That is so sweet.
So sweet. It's so sweet. I love that little girl so much.
You guys have gotten to spend so much time with her. I love that you're getting so close with her. Doesn't that like, it kind of makes me sad because like that would be like what I would want with you and my child or me with your child. And we're not going to live close enough to do that.
You don't know. The life is too young. We don't know what's going to happen. Okay. Girl, don't get depressed about something that's not even a thing. I got sad. You'll be fine. You have plenty of children on your side. I have children on my side. We love our families.
Yeah,
children.
But I want you to hang out with my children.
Well, you don't have children. So.
I don't have those yet.
Let's not put the cart before you have horses even to talk about, okay? Good God. You know who, however, I don't think is a good mom? What's her face from that Netflix documentary? What's the name of that thing again?
It's like Cyberbully. I think it's literally called something like Cyberbully. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. This woman is crazy. Did you watch the documentary?
So I will admit I've had a really, really intense week with a lot of stuff going on. However, I did this morning. I've watched about half of it, but not. I went to go through chunks of it. I did see the part where I introduced the mom, some of the text messages, saw the important people, watched the last 20 minutes of it. The fuck? What the fuck?
With bold capital letters. I have so many thoughts, so many layered thoughts that I don't even know
how. How? I don't understand what goes through your, I don't even know how to even unpack this, because there's several things. One, how do you even get in your mindset that I should even speak this way to my child?
Right. How do you, and she blamed it on trauma. Okay.
Get a therapist.
Right.
Talk to your best friend, because clearly you couldn't afford one.
Holy butt balls. We have people very close in our lives that have been victims of sexual assault, as she was, that would never, ever resort to speaking to their child that way. Hello?
No. I know someone who has been a victim before and who has children and loves them so hard because of what they went through. I physically can't imagine. And there's something that is not wired in your brain, right? Not only to talk to your child like this and the things that you were saying, this sexually explicit stuff and all.
Yes. Telling her to kill herself.
And then to sit there and deny it over again. And then the thing that made me want to punch my screen is when the police officers were sitting down and was telling the daughter that your mother is the one doing these things. And the mother is sitting there grabbing her and holding her and kissing her and loving on her. I would have been like, if you don't get your goddamn hands off of me right now. And I can and I'm sure that's really hard as as somebody as young as this child is, 16, 17 years old, maybe at the time, learning that our mother's doing this and probably not even understanding the emotion of what to feel, and having this woman now on me after going through all the emotions and everything that you went through with the people in your lives and the students and the boyfriend and the families, and just all this negativity that you were getting from your community from this. And as somebody who's grew up in a very similar town that these people live in, everyone knows everyone. You don't understand how one person talking could literally engulf you like that. I have witnessed it happening on a crazy level of rumors that aren't even true. I cannot understand what in your mind, how twisted you are to then grab and hold your child like that, like you didn't do anything wrong, like you were trying to console them. Bitch, you did that.
Bitch, I have a theory. Do you want to hear my theory?
I do.
Okay.
Please make it make sense.
Did you not find it odd that when the police called the dad and he came over, right when he walked in?
Right. He walked in and they told him.
He wasn't going apeshit about the fact that his wife was cyberbullying to a very severe degree, not only his child, but another child in the community. But he freaked out about her lying about a job at the end. He didn't even acknowledge.
About 2 jobs. She lost 2 jobs.
That's what he was like. Oh, so you lied about the job? What about this job? How about the fact that you just found out that your wife told your own daughter that she should go kill herself? And you're worried about her lying about a job. So my theory, and with the daughter's reaction doesn't play into my theory as much. I think the dad knew.
Say more.
And had found out and was like, hey, you got to stop, and maybe thought she stopped. I think that he knew at some point that she was doing these things or something shady.
Do you think the dad was trying to suppress some of the emotions that we weren't seeing from him, or the things he was saying, because the daughter was in the room? Because he was saying things like, you need to get out. I'm not going to do this or say something because the police are here. He was very aware that he was about to lose his shit and that she needed to call her parents to come get her.
Yeah. Yes, and I don't know. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, because he was saying if you stay in here, I'm gonna hurt you. Essentially, is basically what he said, and I don't want to do that.
It was
is what he implied.
But he was like, "You need to not be here. You need to not be here."
Maybe. I think that's fair too. I just I was just surprised by his. I don't know the whole thing. And the poor daughter, they're saying that she's
because he knew there was a second phone.
Right, that's
because when she continued to lie, and the officers had no idea there was a second phone, and he was like, "Oh yeah, there's a second phone," and the officers were like, "Okay, well, where is it?" She's like, "Oh, well, she would like try to play it off, and she's like, "It's over there." He's like, "I need that phone. What do you mean?" So you were even trying to deny it. So he did know that there was a second phone, because without him, those officers wouldn't have gotten a hold of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that more people actually knew about this than more people, meaning maybe not like some of the other parents, but I don't know. I don't think we got the whole story. Do you?
I definitely don't think we got the whole story. From what I saw in some of the TikToks and other stuff going around, is that there is more to this story. I mean, there always is, just because with Netflix documentaries, you can only go so far with it. It's wild to me. It's unfathomable.
I saw, I think it was Jackie on the Toast podcast that said, she was like, how did it take them that long to find out? She's the only person in that town with tech neck.
No, seriously, how? Because when I was first watching some of this and like kind of getting, I was like, God, this must have been so long ago when this happened to not be able to trace some of these photos and messages and stuff like that. And I was like, when someone said, "Oh yeah, this happened like 5 minutes ago," I was like, wait, are you fucking kidding me? Because I've never talked about this on here, and I don't even know how much I've told you about this if you remember, but it was, I don't know, probably like 6-7 years ago. Some random guy that used to work for my old boss, who got laid off from a campaign where I worked. I was only the person that was running the office at the time. He was in the LA office, and I had to take his keys, give him his final check. Like, I was just the operations guy. I didn't work with this guy. I had nothing to do with that. But then his coworker, who also had nothing to do with his really poor performance and why he got let go, was like his counterpart, managing social media for this big campaign that we were doing. All of a sudden, I started receiving on Instagram these insane, life-threatening messages. And I'm talking about very similar to what you saw on that show. Yeah. Like it was really bad. Like, and I mean, was very descriptive about knowing where I was, hitting me up from burner accounts, was saying very insane things about what he was going to do to my body. But had no idea. Ended up finding out that they were doing the same thing to this girl who lived in San Diego. Well, long story short, we ended up getting a burner account, pretending to be somebody gay, hitting on this person's account, hitting on him as another gay man, ended up getting photos of him. I went into these photos and these messages and dug through Instagram, by the way, and dug through the metadata of this information to be able to find an approximate location. Once I figured out who it was, I was then able to, because, cell towers and stuff, I was able to find a larger region of where this information came from by triangulating the signal. I then went and researched for hours. I dug through the internet. That girl, you thought I was on America's Most Wanted private investigator. I dug through the internet until I found an old resume when he was in college that had his address on it. And it was the address to his parents' house. I looked up the address to his parents' house, and lo and behold, right down the street from the signal. So then I filed a report with the court. I hired a private investigator to go and serve papers to him. I have it. Oh, I still have it on my laptop today. I have the body camera footage of him walking up to this man's house and serving him the papers. I also got the FBI involved, and I had the FBI contact me and call me and tell me about how they then, 3 weeks after he got served his papers, got FBI told me about how they walked up to his house, and guess who answered the door both times? His daddy. Then, this was during the pandemic, so unfortunately I didn't get to see him face to face in court, but that man had to show up on Zoom and had to admit everything he was doing. It got threw out, and the judge looked at me like I was a freaking lunatic and was like, this man's not a threat, whatever, because I was trying to get a restraining order. But I'm going to tell you right now, what he learned that day is, you can't hide, I'm not the one, and I will figure your shit out. And I sure did, and now your parents know that you are a despicable fucking human.
Ew, that's disgusting. I did not know. I don't think you ever told me that.
Yeah. So I say all that because I agree with you. I do not know
that easy for you to find that out.
It was that easy. I literally, all of this happened within 3 or 4 days. I was able to I could literally figure out where this person lived in Michigan, and I lived in Los Angeles. I was able to make this happen on my own.
No, I don't know if it's like just where they live, lack of resources, lack of knowledge of how to do these. I don't know. something is just off to me. Like you're telling me that whoever the sheriff was, like it took him a year to go to the FBI and kids are being their lives are being threatened. Like something just feels funky. Like something's not adding up. And like, I guess as a parent, some parents just I don't know, like thinking about my mom and like these parents are distraught, but like my mom would have gone to the FBI herself. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going over local law enforcement's head at that point.
Something. I don't understand how you just sit there and let it happen. I that does not compute to me.
And also, this woman, she gave me the heebie-jeebies in her interview alone. These people are acting like she was just this prominent person in the community because she's coaching kids. She's friends with this kid's mom. You're not telling me something didn't feel right with this lady? You're telling me nothing felt off about this woman? Her eyeballs were off. Everything was off. From her two front teeth hanging out of her fucking mouth. I'm like, those things are off. Things are off.
I will say in my experience, just based on the environment in which I saw these people lived, their behaviors, the culture in which they lived, I have lived that life. And I often find that the cognitive dissonance is real and deductive reasoning is lacking and critical thinking is difficult in my experience. So I'm shocked, but not surprised.
I get it. That's fair. Fair assessment. Oof.
And then for her to come back and be like, oh, I wish we could, I hope we can mend the relationship, all this stuff at the end. I was like, lady, you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Are you serious?
In a psych ward. Like, you need to be in a padded room, my gal.
You are a sociopath. You have complete mental issues that need to be evaluated. You need to be medicated.
Yes, heavily.
And they weren't blaming religion or anything, right? Like,
no, I didn't see anything like that.
I didn't want to identify it was something like, oh, divine intervention. God was telling me to do all this, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no. None of that. She just blamed it on sexual assault and then she said everybody's got to get in trouble in their life and then compared it to getting arrested for drunk driving.
That's not the same thing.
Correct. You're not even comparing apples to oranges at that point. You're comparing steak to a strawberry. Bless the heart of that girl. Hey, I feel actually totally different topic, but thinking about crazy people made my brain go whoop whoop. I also took my Adderall and it's not really helping my ADHD today. My brain's going like this. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of things bouncing around. I have a bit of a hot take, and I'm not sure that you will have an opinion on this or not. Just depends on how in the know you are. Okay, so did you hear that the girl from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Taylor, oh my God, I just forgot her last name. Taylor
Mormon wife.
Taylor Mormon wife. I know people in their
She's
cars
the one with the brown
screaming
hair.
it. Brown hair.
Right?
She's the one that started all the things. She's going to be the Bachelorette. And I'm like, not about it.
Yeah, this is a topic of conversation actually at the birthday dinner table last night as well.
Really?
Like, these Mormons are all over the ABC right now. They're really tapping into this vein.
I have a lot of thoughts. Actually, no, I have so many thoughts. Upon watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and if you haven't
I have not
watched
seen,
it,
by the way. I didn't watch it.
I do suggest it's an easy binger just because it's like easy watch. All of these girls, and I don't know if it's the Mormon culture because they have to get married super young because Mormon culture is very oppressive with women, whatever the case, right? I feel that most of these girls, some of them are like 21, 22, and then you have Taylor, who is my age, I think she's 30. But my God, listening to them talk about their lives is like listening to a 15-year-old girl talk about her life. Like, I just think there's some odd developmental issues there because they're forced to grow up and have children so early in life that they're just not developed yet. And here I am watching Taylor become the Bachelorette, and I'm sitting here thinking, and by the way, this girl, I know she's good TV. The last thing this bitch needs is to be on TV. Like, the last thing that she needs is to be jumping into dating a bunch of men in a very short period of time. She has a lot of development to do, in my opinion, just as a human being and I'm not going to say as a mom. I'm sure she's a great mom, but like as a young woman, I don't think she's found herself.
How old is she?
And then she's my age. She's 30.
Ooh.
I don't know. This seems like a recipe for disaster, not for Bachelor ABC. For Bachelor ABC, I think smart move. For her life, and I know I can't comment on someone else's life and life choices, but my God, girl, you need to just go somewhere else and get out of the limelight.
People do a lot of things for a check.
I'm just like...
And producers of reality TV are fine sacrificing you for their viewers. They just are. That's TV.
Poor girl is a little baddie. She's kind of baddie. And I don't think it's her fault. I think she just grew up in that culture.
I mean, I haven't seen the show. I've only watched like some clips from the Call Her Daddy interview and some just internet things here and there. But every time I hear her speak, I just wince a little bit. And I'm like, how many crayons are in that crayon box? Do you have a full spectrum of crayons in that crayon box? Because I don't know how you color. And maybe that's just the world I'm living in. Maybe I'm just too smart for my own good. It's what?
Yeah, I completely
she's gonna make good
agree.
TV.
She's gonna make good TV, and I'm just, I also kind of feel bad because her fame is so. She's got a lot of internet fame. I would put her internet fame not at Alex Earl's level, but close. These men ain't coming out of genuine want to be a stepdad of two and to be her husband.
I do not see the people that they're going to get as contestants that are going to be, first of all, that are going to take this seriously as a real relationship.
Right.
Or they're going to go into this and be like, you are the woman of my dreams. You are definitely the perfect image of what a mother should look like, even though that you have talked openly about being in orgies and being married and dating multiple men at one time. I completely trust you with my emotions. Okay, I want to meet these men and I want to see their psych evals.
Right. And it's sad for her because she's going to end up, hopefully not, but it sounds like it. She's going to end up in another toxic mess of a
she's going to create.
Yeah. And it's just also funny because she was like, saying in the Call Her Daddy interview, she was like, oh, like, this just happened. I was so shocked. Like, this is all strategic by ABC. You're not shocked, girlfriend.
100%.
I mean, I know you have to say that, but like, you're not shocked.
It's 100% strategic by ABC. I mean, hello, they're also on Dancing with the Stars. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'll be checking out Dancing with the Stars, but you'll have to give me recaps on The Bachelorette because I'm not watching.
I don't watch The Bachelorette.
That show is not for me. This does not make me want to watch even more. I'll end up seeing something on TikTok where people are making fun of her, and I'm sure their viewers will go up, or excuse me, their ratings will go up because that's the whole and purpose and intention.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'll be tuning in either, to be honest.
It's not for me.
But I will tune in to Dancing with the Stars, yes.
Yeah, I'm curious by that, of course. Speaking of ratings going up, I want to talk about the VMAs. Did you happen to catch any of the performances?
I caught Tate McRae's. I caught a little bit of Mariah Carey's before my headphones died at the gym. And I caught outfits.
Okay. I first want to say that my girls did the opening show, Cat's Eye. I'm so obsessed with them. And I'm so proud of them. Like, they've been around for barely a year. You're now doing the pre-show. I did Hands Up, Gabriella. That's my shit. That's like my favorite song they have right now. And they also won the Push Award for Touch, 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 Touch. Like, you
What's
got a
the
Push
Push Award?
So it's an award that's given to artists that are emerging, that are really pushing their way through the industry to become something. Like, you would recognize a lot of the names that have received it before. But like, it's their first award they've ever won. We're icons in this house and we're very excited about it. So yeah, they did. I just want to give them a shout out. Love y'all. They did a really good job, I think, of mixing the now and then. Like, they had, like you said, Mariah was on it. Steven Tyler was on it. It was hosted by LL Cool J.
Ricky Martin, I saw.
Ricky Martin's performance was so much fun to watch.
I like a Ricky
Martin. Let me tell
Martin.
you something. That man
has aged well.
Aged well. Both Joey and I were sitting on the couch going, whoa.
Fine wine, baby. Fine wine.
Wine.
I totally agree. I've always thought he was a cutie, though.
Yes. Oh, for the record, he is gay, and that's what we look like when you're gay people, because we just look fabulous.
Because you take care of yourselves.
To performances. There's a few I want to talk about. Mariah Carey's was absolutely hilarious. I mean, the woman, I've seen her live, I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 times in the last
That's a lot.
6, 7 years. Yeah. I've gone through some private events where she does the Christmas special. You know, Mariah's going to be defrosting soon, so it's that time of year. So I've happened to see her live. The woman does not move. What she does, she defrosts this time of year.
The defrost. You just made me choke on my Coke.
She does. But I love that she did all of her hits. Like, she did all of them, and I thought it was really well done. I thought she looked beautiful, and she tried her best to hit that note, and she saved her voice at the very... I know you didn't see it because your headphones died, but she saved her Mariah-ness for the very last song, and she hit it. I was like, I thought that she hit it. I was like, okay, there it is. And both Joey and I was like, okay, you waited till the end to save your voice. But, I mean, I get it.
Smart. Strategy.
You can't sing 8 octaves anymore because you're, like, older.
It's a marathon, babe. You gotta
Correct.
You gotta save that sprint for the end.
Yeah.
I get it.
Sabrina Carpenter's, did you happen to catch hers?
I did. I caught hers. I think she's a fantastic performer. okay, here's my thing, because Sabrina and Tate McRae are kind of they came up at the same time, and then Sabrina kind of went like this,
right.
and I just don't feel like Tate gets enough fucking credit, dude. Did you see her? That bitch can dance. Oh my god.
Performance. There is a reason why Tate McRae's performance at the VMAs is going viral. And for those of you listening, I know everyone is seeing clips online. I need you to go to their YouTube and I need you to watch the entire thing because holy fucking shit.
She is a performer. That girl is born for this. She is born for this.
The dance was incredible. I was shook the entire time. The sandbox sort of dance.
Oh, crazy.
Brilliant. Fucking crazy. Brilliant.
She's so
I've
athletic.
Never seen anything like it in my life. Yes. You know who choreographed that?
That's amazing. No.
Robbie Blue, the same choreographer that did the Gap commercial. Like, he is coming up. I think he's going to be one that's going to be compared to, like, Paris, who does a lot of really famous choreography. She does all of Rihanna stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, no, it was so good. Her voice. I've been a Tate McRae fan for years, more so than I am Sabrina Carpenter. I watch clips all the time of her tour that she's on right now. She's just so impressive. Like, her breath control too, singing while doing all that. It's just, I could never, in my wildest dreams.
Yeah,
I could never.
It's great. And I like Sabrina's. I think it was a good performance. What I liked about it is what it did for my community. And I think what happened, I had some conversations with some more heteronormative people that aren't as familiar, but I knew most of the people on that stage. There were a lot of RuPaul's girls. There was some trans representation that are very famous in our community. Like, I was watching the video you sent me, like the poor dress, like there was one that's like, who is this girl? I was like, that's a trans girl. Her name is Lexi Love. And she was in the top 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race this season.
Oh.
So, like, very well known. These people are very well known in our community. And it gave a lot of light to our culture, ballroom culture, trans culture, queer culture, that I thought was really, really necessary. And I thought she did a really good job of showing that representation in a way that was artistic and still fit in with the VMAs.
That's awesome.
I think Joey and I counted like 8 or 9. The rest of them were dancers, but if they weren't dancers, they were from the show or were at least very well known queer.
Okay, they could have fooled me
artists.
in terms of, like, I thought they were all professional dancers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of 6 off the top of my head, like, but some of them that are like booked, like Simone, who's a very skinny black drag queen, has been in Vogue. Like, there's some big names on that stage.
Awesome.
Ganja,
I thought they were all just like professional people. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very
it was
cool.
a good. Ariana Grande with all her awards and her 9,000 outfit changes.
Yeah, she did have a million outfit changes.
She brought her dad. I'm an Ariana stan. I had to comment on that when we did our Taylor Swift segment, and they were coming for me in the comments, which I knew was happening. They were like, "Well, who do you?" I was like, Ariana Grande. That's my stan. That's who I picked.
Yeah,
but she's not my personality. I just love her.
How do you feel about her transformation as just like her vibe since Glinda being Glindified?
It was her
she stuck
persona
to it.
Was very Glenda on that stage. Joey even said the same thing. I love it. I think and I think that she has to, because the movie's coming out soon. She has to keep that persona because she's constantly having to be in character.
I don't know why people are hating on it. Like, I think she looks like,
I like it.
I think she looks beautiful. I think she looks like mature, but not in an old way, but it's like Ariana was kind of seen as kind of like this young teeny bopper for a long time, and this is the first time for like an extended period I've seen her as a woman, and like not just like a pop star. Like, she just feels so regal to me now. I like it. I like the vibe.
I love it. I love that. I want to go to her concert so bad. The tickets just came out and they sold out everywhere. I want to go so badly. I've seen her live and she's an incredible performer.
Tyla.
Hello, listen. So yeah, VMAs, if you haven't, catch up, you guys. It's great. It's a good watch. Go watch.
Okay, so fun little seg. We are going to do a little segment called Yes or Pass. And basically, it's just like this list of like quirky little things that I found. And I think everybody will be kind of yassing and passing either in their cars or with their headphones or whatever. So I'm going to read this to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yes or pass? Clapping in a movie theater at the end of the movie.
Pass.
Pass.
Don't do that.
Don't
It's
do
weird.
that.
And in Los Angeles, people do it all the time. But people that clap in movie theaters, I think it's weird.
I think
it's the same realm of.
Weird.
Do what?
I think it's weird when people are allowed in movie theaters regardless.
True. I think people that clap at the end of the movie are the same type of people that clap when a plane lands.
Correct.
What are you doing? You look weird.
Or fled the aisle right when it hits
Like,
the...
sit down.
Oh, please.
Put your
Sit down.
hands down. You know what you should be doing with those hands? Picking up the trash that you left on the floor and putting it in the trash can. That's what you should be doing with those hands.
Okay. Sleeping with socks on.
Serial killer vibes. No.
Pass?
Oh my God. I would feel like I was I would feel like I was suffocating. I cannot sleep with socks on. I get too hot. It's not for me.
Yeah. Connor sleeps with socks on sometimes. He's got really, okay, in fairness to him, and like I will give him this, I've never felt somebody with extremities as cold as his. I'm like, can you feel your feet? Are you getting blood flow there? Bitches are icy. Icy. He always has cold ass feet.
I'm like, I mean, Neiman was the same way. Like, I have to wear socks when I'm not in bed. Like, I got them on right now. Like, I have to wear socks or my feet feel like they're frostbite.
Yeah.
I can't do it in bed. Do you wear socks in bed?
Only if I'm like sick or really cold, but then I end up in the middle of the night. They end up at the bottom of the bed.
So are you a yes or pass?
I'm a maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm in the middle. All right. Voice notes instead of texting.
Feel indifferent. I am a voice to text person.
Oh.
Just because I'm not always wanting to like put my voice on there, or I don't pass it, but I'm not a yes, I have to do it. I think if you've got a lot to say, it works. Like, I don't mind getting them. But I also sometimes talk off the cuff and I need to read what I'm saying. Like, oh, I didn't want to say that, or I want to say that differently. And I can't do that if I'm doing voice. Like, Fair. I got to go through pre-pro before I hit send.
I get
you
it.
know what I mean?
Pre-pro. I get it. I'm the same way. Actually, no, that's a lie. This is the bitch in me. I hate getting them, but I love to send them.
You do love to send them.
I love to send them.
Now, do you feel obligated to reply with a voice note when you receive one?
No. If it's a long voice note and I'm like if I'm like in my car or something, I'll just text back.
You just thumbs up.
So I don't, or I'm just like, or if like, sometimes like my friends will send me like 6 minute ones. I'm like, babe, I'm not listening to this.
6 minutes? I don't have to call me at that point. But like text me and tell me you're going to call me.
I like that it dictates it now. That's nice.
Yes, I do like that because then I can read it. Because I'm not always in a place where I can listen to something on speaker because, as we've discussed, listening on speaker in a crowd of people is fucking rude.
Rude. Totally right. Okay, making sounds while eating.
Like what kind of sounds? Like not chewing with your mouth closed?
No, like a
I'm going to say pass with a caveat. I'll give you one, ooh, yes, that's good. And then I got it. But I don't need to sit here and sound like we are going through a chorus every bite. But I want to hear if it's good. Like if I'm cooking, you're like, and you go, yes, great. But I don't need to hear that every 5 seconds. Yeah, I agree. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm a pass on it. I don't like hearing noises. Want to know that the food's good. Be like, yeah, this is great. I don't need you to yes, you're fucking eating the food. You know what I'm saying?
You can give me a like half a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
we're
good.
Like,
I don't need any more than that. I don't need any more than that. Okay. You don't want to be hitting the table. You don't want to be ringing triangles.
Yeah. All right. Eating a string cheese without peeling it.
Pass. Why would you do that? At that point, just go get a block.
Yes. It's so
string
much
cheese.
more efficient.
That's part of the fun.
It's so much more efficient.
Oh, so you're a yes. Just eat it.
I'm a yes. Just eat that bitch.
I'm a peel off the tiniest little string. Like
make it last.
It's like one of the few foods that you can play with. It's literally in the name.
But it gets like hot if you take too long.
I don't take too long to eat anything.
Okay. People who ask what your sign is.
I'm not a stars, moons, and hearts, clovers, and the horseshoes person. I'm just
Pass.
not. Everybody's like, what's your horoscope? $1 That's my horoscope.
Please.
I'm going to pass it. I'm sorry. Okay. I just don't think the stars dictate your future.
Agreed. Drinking milk with dinner. Don't lie, CJ.
What do you think? You go first.
I think pass with the hardest capital P, but you better not lie to these people.
What do you mean lie to these people? I don't drink milk now.
I've seen that Tiger Cup.
Yes. Well, when I was younger, I was required to drink milk at dinner every night. But as I got older, I stopped drinking milk.
Connor sometimes does, and it skeeves me out.
I mean, I'm not a pass. I think, I don't know. I just also have mixed emotions about milk in general.
Same. I agree. I have complex feelings about milk.
Yeah. If you want me to have milk at dinner, freeze it.
Agreed. Ew. Wait, what?
Ice cream.
Freeze it. Oh, I was like icy milk? Okay. Couples who call themselves mommy and daddy unironically.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Hard pass, please, for God's sake. It's weird. Oh, this one's so good. This one I feel like is going to catch some eyeballs, maybe. Sitting on the same side of the booth.
Okay. Once upon a time, I was hard pass on this. I thought it was weird. But as I've gotten older and love has gotten deeper, I'm a yes. I don't mind it. I really don't. As long as there's enough room, I really don't mind it. I don't. Especially if
Why not just sit at the bar?
Romantic place. I do love to sit at the bar. That's actually my preference.
I like to sit at the bar.
I love to sit at the bar.
I'd love to sit at the bar because then I can swivel.
If it's a booth, like I won't do it if it's like 2 chairs. If it's a very cuddly situation, crazy. I do think 2 chairs. I'm a hard pass on 2 chairs. But if you're in a booth or if it's like a corner situation, if it's a very romantic, dimly lit place. Now, I'm not talking about like some loud, crowded
like
Buffalo
Chili's.
Wild Wings. Like I'm not doing this at Chili's, no. But if I'm doing this at a really nice, dimly lit steakhouse kind of thing, and it's a very romantic night, we're dressed to the nines, we're feeling cuddly and lovey.
That's different.
I don't have that's what I'm saying. But I'm not like going to Chili's or Buffalo Wild Wings and sitting.
Right.
Situational,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I got you. That's fair. I'm like, how do you talk to somebody like this the whole time? I'm like, I feel like I can't do it. That's why I like a bar seat because then I can swivel.
See,
and I do
like
think
that
it's
at
more
dinner
intimate.
regardless. Like I'm not somebody that likes to sit straight on looking like this the whole time. Like I'm not this person. I'm very much I like to lean. I mean, I do this in the chair.
Right.
I like to lean. I like to I am a swivel person. Yeah. I like to have my legs out. I'm not a sit 90 degrees at a table guy.
Legs out, legs open, baby.
I'm a lounger. Not even legs open. I want my legs crossed. I want to look like I'm chilling. I very rarely keep my legs directly in front of me at a table unless it's absolutely necessary. Yeah, I'm more of a pivot at a 45-degree angle at a table at all times guy.
Yeah. And also, for me, it depends on the couple. Some couples, I'm like, pass. You guys are making me uncomfortable.
Like the mom and dad from Cyberbully.
Right. There's just like, can you imagine the couples I'm talking about? I'm like, that it's the couples that you go, okay, I guess there is a lid for every pot.
You know what? There's a lid for every pot. I'm not going to yuck you down. If you like it, you're comfortable. And you know what? I will say that I admire people that are like, I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. I love that. I am that person. I am very much a I don't care what you think about me kind of guy. I'm just not. I was raised that way. If you don't like it, don't look.
I wish I didn't care what people thought about me so much.
Yeah, you do.
That was the end of my list.
But you say you don't. But you do.
What do you mean? I always say I care very much for what people think about me. I think I'm very open about that. I so care.
Even on the internet?
What are you talking about? Where have I said that?
I don't know. Maybe you haven't said that. I don't know. Anyway.
Timelines.
Anyway, I need your opinion. I like that. I want to do more of those. That was fun.
Isn't that fun? I thought that was so fun.
If you all have this would be a great I need your opinion. If you guys have ideas for yes or pass, submit those. I think that would be a really good idea.
Yes. Yes or pass. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. This is a long one. Bear with me, y'all. I was recently talking with a close friend who is heterosexual and fully supportive of the LGBTQ plus community, excuse me. We were discussing Snoop Dogg's comments about the Disney movie Lightyear and how it featured a lesbian couple. My friend mentioned she feels that agendas are being pushed into children's content. But I disagree because I think representation really matters. In the film, Buzz sees his best friend Alicia's life unfolding. She gets engaged to a woman, she has a baby, and there's a quick kiss between her and her partner. Do you think Disney went too far by showing this, or is it simply a fair representation that people are making a bigger deal out of than it needs to be? After all, kisses and relationships have always been a part of Disney's storytelling processes.
To directly answer your question, no, I do not think Disney went too far. I also want to start by saying to the folks that are listening, regardless of how you feel about this, being supportive of our community and wanting to have these conversations, I really appreciate it. One thing that, and Gina, you and I have talked about this, that frustrates me is that you may be supportive, but if you feel or have questions about certain things, like I've had these conversations about drag queens or people wanting to understand more about the trans community, and you not saying anything and not being as informed about what that looks like or means to people of that community without hearing those lived experiences is tough. So I want to say that I really admire your friend for wanting to have that conversation with you, even though she is a massive, huge supporter and your best friend and is like very pro-gay. Love that. Where I struggled with this is I've had these conversations before and it just kind of hurts because it almost feels like sometimes like, do you hear the question you're asking or even saying? To sort of recap for people, if you haven't seen it, in the Buzz Lightyear specific movie, there's this whole storyline about like the origin of Buzz, where he came from, all this sort of stuff. And he learns that his best friend, and it's literally what they're talking about is it's literally just like there's a part of the image is like a photograph of two moms holding a baby. Like it's not anything other than that. It's just a photograph of two women hold their baby. And there's 3 photographs like that. And one of them is just like this little pop kiss kind of moment. It wasn't like they were making out. It wasn't anything like that. So saying that that's pushing an agenda on a child is strange for me to accept when there are tons of children's shows that talk about relationships. They introduce the idea of a mommy and daddy, and that there's babies, and that they're married, and that there's love. Like, teaching children about love, I don't think is bad. And the thing is that like we're not indoctrinating children and talking about sex. We're just showing what a relationship between two people look like. And, oh, okay, some families have 2 mommies. Some families have 2 daddies. Some families have a mommy and a daddy, you know? And I think that Mrs. Doubtfire said it best, you know, it's just families look different, and showing that isn't an agenda. I think saying that it's an agenda when it's one way and saying it's not an agenda when it's another way is a little hypocritical. And I'm sorry, I love you, but it is to this person. Now, if you want to have a larger conversation about the media making it an issue, yeah. Then why does the media need to constantly talk about this? Why do we need to constantly make this a talking point on news channels? Why do we constantly need to say, oh, where are we indoctrinating children? By showing what realistic relationships look like. And it's crazy to me that people continue to go down that route. And then the next layer is, respectfully, if you are very pro our community, then be pro our community. If you have questions you want to talk about that, that's fine. But don't sit there behind our back and say, oh, I hate that they're pushing that agenda on us. And be like, oh, I love gay people. Then no, you don't. You don't. Representation does matter. It does.
Totally.
I don't care what anyone says. Having representation of culture, of religion, of gender identity, of sexuality, of height, of eyelashes and no lashes, or people with different colored skin, or people that have different abilities, people with wheelchairs. That stuff fucking matters to people. And if you don't think it does, then you are living in a naive world. I'm sorry, you do.
Yeah.
And that's my take.
I agree.
On it.
I think that's the perfect take. I don't think you could have said it better. When we got this submission, anything that has to do with the LGBTQ plus community, I try really hard to think of the situation as if it's specifically you and how I would feel if this was close to home, right? So, I mean, because you are close to home, anything in this community affects you and therefore affects me, our family. So when I read this, of course, my immediate thought was, okay, like it is representation in my eyes. A lot of little girls and boys have 2 mommies or 2 daddies. A lot of little girls and boys have 1 mommy and that's it, or 1 daddy and that's it, right? So I was just thinking like, okay, if somebody came to me and was like, do you think Disney's pushing an agenda? I would probably say to them, listen, if CJ had a child, I would want that child to see his or her family as normal. And the way that you do that is by putting that in movies and making it normal. Like I would want my niece or nephew to go, oh my gosh, they have 2 daddies too. That's amazing. So I think it's important to think about these things as if they are happening within our own families. And also too, guys, like I very much don't really adopt the whole agenda thing. At the end of the day, how you parent and explain things to your own children is on you, not on the world. Like how your children interpret things and bring them home to you and say, Mommy, I saw on Buzz Lightyear today that he had a friend who has a wife and she's a girl. Okay, so then it's your responsibility to explain that to your child, hopefully positively, but when in whatever way that looks like for you and your family and your whatever that is, right? That's your responsibility. The world is going to show your children a lot. And it's going to show your children a lot fucking worse things than 2 mommies on Lightyear. Okay? And so you have to learn how to explain the world to your children. That is your responsibility as a parent, not Disney's.
I agree with that.
That's my
because you either have a conversation with them or they're going to learn it. Like I didn't have phones and social media when I was growing up. I learned everything on the school bus. I learned about sex before my family had conversations about sex with me. on the school bus. The world is going to teach your kids something one way or another. Why not you have control of that conversation? And I agree. Disney's not doing that. Like Disney's been having relationship representation for a while. Like, hello,
Forever.
Sleeping Beauty was unconscious and got kissed by a man. Yeah. You have Belle having a relationship with a full beast. You have Gaston, who is being very aggressive toward another woman and how he feels about her. Like, you guys, this stuff has been happening in Disney culture for a long time. And we knew how to navigate that. And I think you even said something to me when we were talking about it yesterday. It's like, kids don't think that deep into it. Like, we are making it something more than what kids are actually perceiving it.
Totally. Disney has had actually super inappropriate sexual innuendos for years. Kids aren't picking. I didn't realize those things until I rewatched them as an adult. I was like, oh, I never picked up on that as a kid. They're not thinking of it in that way. So I just think it's important that like parents just handle their shit with their kids and do them responsibly. And also, like, you don't know that a child in your child's class doesn't have two mommies or two daddies. Don't be the parent that has a child that fucking makes fun of that child because they have two mommies or two daddies and not a family that looks like yours. So
we're telling them that's bad, and then ends up this young person goes and tells the other young person in the class, like, ew, you have two mommies, that's bad.
Exactly.
Okay. I have one for you, and I actually really like this one. We talked about this before, but I'm excited we're opening the conversation. I'm debating starting GLP-1. It's really frustrating watching people rapidly lose weight while you're doing it naturally, and it's taking forever. For reference, I started at 185 pounds, and I'm down to 178. So making headway, but it's so frustrating seeing people lose so much weight so quickly. Should I do it?
I have this conversation with my clients multiple times a week. I hear you. It is really frustrating when you're working your tail off and you feel like it's taking forever to see other people around you losing weight very rapidly and with what seems like little effort. So it's two parts. You don't always know that it's little effort. Like these people could also be working out, changing their food habits. So I think let's not discredit the people that are using a GLP-1 to better their health and get them over that hump. But B, your body is proving to you that it's doing what it needs to be doing. Your body is proving to you that what you are doing is working. Just because it's not happening on a timeline that you think is best, I'm curious to know, I wish you would have told us how long it is, because I promise you, I would likely tell you, hey, that's a very normal rate in which to lose weight. This stuff takes a long time, guys. And it's crazy because we expect to lose weight that we've put on over 5-10 years. We expect to lose it in a few months. That's not how the body works, right? So I hear you. I understand that it's frustrating. I think unless you have very serious medical issues due to your weight, no, I wouldn't. Because here's the thing. Most people, I'm not saying all, but most people, the moment they go off a GLP-1, typically gain the weight back. So the difference is maybe in 2 years, all these people that you're watching like lose weight super fast and get super, super rail thin, super quick, they're probably going to be right back where they started in 2 years, unfortunately, and you're going to keep your weight off. So I would say when you're like feeling that pressure, just remember that you're doing it in the way that your body is going to be able to preserve the weight loss.
I struggle with this. And I don't know. I also grew up in a time where people talked about weight loss drugs and things like that. And it was all caffeine, and it really just wasn't good for you. I am kind of on the same page with you. I believe weight loss, I think we should be looking at it from a larger lens of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You cannot be on a GLP-1 your whole life. You can't do it.
You shouldn't be on any medication your whole life.
You shouldn't be on any medication your whole life. I agree with that. Because the thing is that you have to look at your lifestyle and your behavior to say, okay, and I agree. First of all, this isn't everyone, right? Everyone has different medical issues and things like that. Yeah. Is there something in your lifestyle and your behavior that has contributed to where you are currently in your weight journey? I commend you, first of all, on your weight loss. That's incredible. Like, keep going. That is very hard to do, and sticking with that and doing it the right way is the hard part. But in my opinion, it's the most rewarding part. I have quite a few friends that have or are on GLP-1s, and they look great. Yes, I agree. I so totally know where you're coming from. And I agree, like, the weight's going to come back. So what are you doing to change your lifestyle, to be more familiar with fruits and vegetables, to be understanding the importance of movement, the regular diet and exercise, the knowledge of that and how you're changing your entire life, right? On the other hand, I also understand the fuller balance of people that are very overweight and how bad that is for the body. And the amount of health issues that come with that, like hypertension, diabetes, high blood pressure, organ
cardiac
issues,
disease,
cardiac disease. I mean, there's so much links to obesity, and I 100% understand that. So I get why people want to do that. Where I do struggle with it is that people that just want to use it as a weight loss thing, they don't want to put in any of the work. I don't care about it. I just want to lose the weight and be done with it. I'm not a shortcut person with that kind of thing. I actually had this conversation with Belinda, who is one of my best friends, who is a pharmacist at Cedars Hospital and has been a pharmacist for many, many years. I asked her this question because I was very curious. And she says some very similar things. She goes, I don't have a problem with people using it. If it gets the weight off of you quickly, then let's get the weight off of you. But at the same time, we need to be focused on your lifestyle. We need to understand the larger picture of what it's doing to your body and what you should be doing, and you should not be on this for long periods of time. Right. But if we can prevent and get rid of a lot of weight to better your health, then she's all for it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
And then I asked her, I was like, what about people that just want to lose like 20, 30 pounds? And she was like, and her response was, who am I to judge? It's your body. It's between you and your doctor. Totally. And that was pretty much where she left it. To me, that wasn't the same tone as she was all for it. Let's get the weight off. I think 20 to 30 pounds, it's, depending on your body and your age, like 20 to 30 pounds for me is a lot. It takes fucking forever. I've been trying to keep weight off for a long time. That's why I stopped drinking. So I understand the hard part of it. Where I did also ask her this, and I'd love your opinion, is that, I think, was it 2019? By 2019, there are 2 versions of GLP-1s that are approved in children over the ages of 12. And I asked Belinda about this as well, what are your thoughts on kids? And she was like, I don't like it because the kids don't have the opportunity to learn, and it's not going to change the lifestyle, because 9 times out of 10, those same issues are also in the home. And kids haven't had the opportunity to learn about nutrition. They haven't had the opportunity to learn about lifestyle changes, and they're still young enough that they could do that. I do not like this for children.
Hard no.
What do you think?
Hard no. We also don't have enough long-term studies on using it for weight loss for me to say, yes, let's put that in a child that's still developing. No. just no. I mean, just no, period. You're at that point. So GLP-1 is something that your body already releases, okay, in order to kind of turn off that hunger noise, to basically tell your body, hey, we're done eating. To teach a child's body to mitigate its own GLP-1 production when they're in, especially 12 and older, you're talking puberty ages, like the most developmental times for a child's body. Fuck no. And here's the thing too, and something that you said that kind of not struck a chord with me, but when Belinda was like, it's between you and your doctor. Yes. If you have I have a client who she was on a GLP-1 when we started, and she had a great doctor that I actually worked closely with that tapered her off, and she has kept the weight off, and she's continued losing weight off of. Awesome. That all about. Here's the problem today is that there are a lot of med spas, a lot of NPs, and different practitioners that are not medical doctors overseeing the administration of a GLP-1 in these patients, and honestly just banking off of it and not providing a proper taper schedule or not providing nutritional information. They're just coming in for their shot every week or whatever it is, however many days in between, and getting paid. And then these people, the moment they're like, I don't think I want to spend between $800 and $1,200 a week in order to do this anymore, gaining all their weight back and rapidly, which is so fucking bad for your metabolism. Your metabolism is going to get absolutely annihilated if it's not responsibly done. And I think it was you that told me there was a class action lawsuit against Ozempic right now?
I don't know if it's Ozempic. It might be Ozempic. I do know it's.
I think I saw it was
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
A GLP-1. I think it might be Ozempic. And I actually asked Belinda about that too. I was like, what do you think about this lawsuit? She doesn't know how far they're going to get with that, because the pamphlets, those health risks
they all say
are out loud. it is
It's
up to
clear
the
as day.
doctor. It's clear as day. They say all that. But what I talked with her about is I'm concerned that doctors aren't very forthcoming about that they're not very loud and vocal about that. Maybe allegedly because of the money that they get with this, like any pharmaceutical where people are like, prescribe it, and the kickbacks that they get from that, right? But they give the pamphlets, and it's up to the patient and the people to understand the health risks like anything else with putting stuff into your body. So I don't know how far they'll get with that, but at least maybe it'll put more awareness out there that, hey, this stuff isn't like taking vitamin C. You know what I mean?
Y'all need to be a lot more aware in general of what's going in your body. But oh my gosh, I was reading the specific symptoms regarding the class action lawsuit. These are all things that I've known since GLP-1s became such a viral craze. Like, these are not new things. And you know who's really not telling patients about this stuff is the med spas. Sorry, I don't think any med spa should be administering a weight loss. Like, if your focus is injectables and you are making sure that people are getting their filler and their Botox, great. The way metabolism and the way people's bodies work, not your lane.
Yeah,
boo.
bodies are very different. We're starting to get very medical, and you're also not dietitians, nutritionists, lifestyle behavior change people. Like, you're just like, and I'm not saying it has to be a bigger conversation.
I'm not saying injectors are not nurses and NPs and that they're not extremely knowledgeable about aesthetics. Like, you are, but like, this is just getting into a completely different realm, and it's going to hurt people if you're not responsible about it. I guess point blank, CJ and I don't think you should go on it.
I don't think you should go on it. I don't. I think that you are already proven success in your health journey. I think you're developing a lifestyle change that will stick with you for the rest of your life, and that you are creating new habits and behaviors that will stick with you. My vote is no, I do not think you should get on it. Keep going, and keep us updated on how you're doing. I love to hear the success of people's lifestyles journey in positive ways like that. I love it. It brings me so much joy. Real quick before we go, everybody, we do want to recognize that, so we record on Thursdays, but we do want to recognize that there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in our world right now. And we purposely did not bring it up today because we want to come and have very thoughtful and intentional conversations about everything that happened this week. So Gina and I want to put that out there. We're not ignoring very important things that happened, but we want to do this, make sure that we're sticking to our mission and having very thoughtful and intentional conversations about our perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll chat about that next week. Yeah.
Well, lovely to see. Have a great week, everybody.
Lovely to see. I hope everybody has a great week. And you guys, fall is around. It's getting cooler out. It's about to be fall. Don't be putting up them crazy, scary Halloween decorations. Thank you so much.
Or inflatables. Love you.
Correct. Love you. Bye.